Hello, everyone. Hey, how are you? All right, so today I want to talk about how to start your social media management business. If you're just starting out, if you're new to me, also, my name's Alma Bradford, and I teach women how to start and grow a profitable social media marketing or digital marketing business or freelance business they can work from home. So, I'm going to talk to you today about starting your own social media marketing business and what you need to focus on to get started, especially because I have a lot of new people who join the community, and so I want to help you grow your business so that you can work from home. So whoever is watching, say hello in the comments. Let me know you're watching. And also, let me go ahead and fix a few things. I'm going to share this in the group as well, Profit Makers group, and we're going to talk about this. So the first thing you have to think about is how serious are you uh, as far as starting your business. Okay, so everyone is in a different place in their life, and as far as your workload and your family obligations, so you have to be honest about how serious you are about it, and also really what priority, is this a priority for you? Do you really want to work for yourself? Because it can be done. So let me tell you a little bit about me. I started my social media marketing business while I had a full-time job. And at that time, I was a single mom and I was working full-time, and I actually started doing blog writing. I started doing it on freelance websites. And from there, I was able to get a lot of clients and really grow my business. And then it started to kind of grow from there. I started getting clients offline, not on the platform, but some people were coming to me based on word of mouth and me promoting myself and networking. Okay. And so I did that for a while I was working my full-time job and I was a single mom. So if you're in that situation, if you're working full-time, this is something that you can definitely do. You just have to have confidence, and you have to really be honest with yourself about what do you really want. How important is it for you to grow your business and be able to work for yourself? That's really, really important, because some people may feel like, oh, that would be a nice idea if I could do that, but they're not really serious about it. So you have to think about how serious are you about this whole thing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share this in the group. Now, I want to ask you a question. In the comments, say hello and also introduce yourself and let me know, what do you do now? Are you a social media manager? Do you have a different business? Are you trying to transition over to doing this as a business? Let me know. Tell us what you do in the comments. Introduce yourself. I see Yvette here. All right, so I'm going to share this in the group and then I'm going to get started. All right, so we're going to go in here. All right, so one of the things that I recommend that when you're trying to grow your business is that you definitely want to keep your full-time job, okay? So while I was growing my freelance business and I was getting clients, I continued to work. I did not just quit my job, okay? I kept working and working on this while I had my job, because your job is a way to give you steady income until you build up your client base and you can eventually quit your job. So I waited until I was able to get enough monthly revenue in my business. So the way I looked at it was, okay, I need a certain amount of money every single month to pay my bills, right? To be able to live, pay my bills, be able to take care of myself and my family, right? I needed a certain amount of money. So what I did to quit my job was that I networked, okay? I did a really good job for my clients, and they liked what I did, and so they would refer me to other people. I also use freelance platform websites. There's Upwork, there's different freelancer.com. They have different ones. At that time I started, I used Upwork, which was it was called something else back in the day. So they merged together and it became Upwork now. But that's what I used, and that's how I found my first set of clients. Now I don't use Upwork anymore, but that was what helped me in the beginning. So we have a few people in our community now in the Profit Makers group, and also in my community, the Get Paid Network, where people have been using Upwork to get a few clients to build a portfolio, and it's been working out. For some people, they don't like it for whatever reason, but everyone is different and there's different ways to go about it. And there's a lot of different platforms now besides Upwork. There's one called freeup.com. You can look at that. There's a lot of different ones. So you want to look at all of your options, okay? And you want to be able to do a good job. Okay, doing a good job is important when you're starting out because you want referrals. If you do really well, your clients will tell other people about you and you'll get referral work. Okay, so make sure you do that at the same time. Now, you also have to think about what is it that you're going to specialize as a social media marketer. Okay, so for me, my specialization was in writing blog content. Okay, and I still do that now. So my company, 360 Content Pro, we do blog writing for companies. So companies will hire us to write blog posts and to write content, and we share that content on social media. And so that's how we do social media. And also I specialize in a niche. I specialize with tech companies and the legal industry. Now, when you're first starting out, I do not recommend that you specialize in the beginning. You should be open to helping a lot of different businesses until you find the set of businesses or industries that you like. Not that you like, but that keep coming back to you over and over again. And that's really what happened with me. People were just coming. So I noticed that law firms, once I worked for one legal company, they would tell all their friends about me, and then I would get more business that way, right? So pretty much I kept on getting more lawyers and more legal companies coming to me. That's how I got the niche. I didn't plan my niche out. It just happened organically. So when you start out, you don't want to just be like, okay, I'm only going to help people here. My thing is, I don't think you should do that at all. I think you need to be open-minded. You need to be open to different businesses, because when I started, remember, I didn't know that I was going to only work with mainly lawyers, right? I didn't know that until people kept referring me, and I realized there is a really good industry for doing this, for lawyers, for writing blog content, for doing social media. And so because I have experience in that area, it's easy for me to create content because I've been doing this type of legal blog writing for several years now. So when I go and have a discovery call with someone or a free consultation, and I tell them I've been doing this is my portfolio, this is my history, they are more likely to want to work with me versus working with someone who does not have experience in that specific niche. So you definitely, eventually, not right away, not in the beginning, you want to eventually kind of develop somewhat of a niche, okay? The other thing is, I have some notes I want to read to you where I'm going to go down some of the things that are really important for you when you're starting out. But let's talk about, number one, what does a social media manager do or social media strategist do? So when a company a small business is pretty much, those are the ones that are going to come hire you, a small business, okay? Typically, they need someone to help them get more customers and make more money. So the whole purpose of them hiring you to help them with social media is to get a result, okay? And that result needs to be to get paying customers to their business. So you have to keep that in mind if you want to do this, okay? And so in a nutshell, a social media man, I'm looking at my notes, a social media manager gets paid by other businesses to manage and grow their social media accounts. Now, the problem though that business owners have is that it takes a lot of time to be on every single social media site. So if you're a small business owner, you're trying to run your business, and then you have to post on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I mean, there's all these platforms for you to post on. Then there's a blog, right? They don't have time for that. That's why a lot of small businesses are hiring other people to help them with online marketing. And not only that, they may have a Facebook page or a Twitter account with their customers that go there, and the customers may ask them questions on those accounts. So they hire people to actually answer questions through social media. So you can be a social media who does community engagement, who answers questions and engages with the client's accounts, okay, the followers. And that's why businesses hire freelancers and people just like you and me to manage social media marketing tasks. All right, so this is your opportunity to make money offering a service that is in high demand. Okay, there's a lot of demand for this because this is where everyone's on Facebook. Most people spend hours on Facebook and Instagram. And so if you're trying to sell something, you want to go where people spend all their time, and it's Instagram and Facebook and other platforms, okay, even Pinterest. So that's why this is a very hot freelance service to offer and to make money from. And you can do this while you have a full-time job and eventually quit your job and do it full-time like I'm doing. All right, so who pays for this service? So here are a few examples. I'm just reading from my notes. There was a lot of businesses actually that would pay for you to do this. Some examples include real estate agents, lawyers, restaurants, doctor's offices, online e-commerce stores, coaches, consultants, authors, e-commerce platforms, technology companies, hotels, spas, fitness centers, health practitioners, counselors, any type of business who wants to get visible on social media, which is pretty much almost everybody, really. Now, there are way more businesses that you can work with than what I just listed, okay? But I just want to kind of give you an idea. So now that you know that, what questions do you have about starting your social media business? I definitely want to help you and give you advice. So let me know if you have any questions. All right, let's see. We have a few people here. What I just listed, okay? But I just want to kind of give you an idea. Okay, so now that you know that, what questions do you have? All right, so do y'all have any questions about starting your social media business? What questions do you have about doing that? All right, so I'm gonna go into a few other things. So number one, I wanna kind of talk about, and you can ask your questions as I'm talking. But now that you have a background about what a social media manager does and who pays them for that work, right? There's a few things you need to think about if you want to get started. Number one, what social media platforms do you feel comfortable with that you can start out with? Because you may already have a lot of the skills to start doing this. A lot of times you may be using, maybe you've done volunteer work for, your faith organizations, or you did this like just to help out with, someone else who needed help with. You may already have some experience. But if you don't have experience, the fact that you're using Facebook, okay, or you're using Instagram, you know how to use the platform. All right, so think about what social media skills you have. Do you like writing? Because if you like to write, you can do blog writing and get paid to do it. And a lot of the money that I make really comes from creating original blog content for companies. And so if you like to write, blogging is a very profitable thing that you can offer to small businesses. Also think about what types of businesses could you see yourself helping. Be open-minded, but then also look, you may have specific businesses you may really want to help, and then some businesses you may not want to help because maybe you don't feel like you can create content for them. And then also think about how much money do you need to make each month, right? So that once you start getting clients, you can eventually quit. You want to make sure you have a certain amount of money coming in. And so you need to be able to create packages for your clients that's going to add up to the amount that you want. So you want to have more than one client. You want to have multiple clients in order for you to comfortably leave your job, because you want to make sure that you have a monthly revenue coming in. And then also, how much time per week can you work on building your business? If you're working full time, how much time per week can you allocate to that? And what is your ultimate goal with starting a business? Now, this is really, really important. You have to, when you have a business, right? When you do social media, you have to make a commitment, because when someone hires you to do social media, you have to make a commitment to your client that you're going to do a good job and you're going to get it done by a certain time. So if you're going to do this for a living, you want to be really honest with yourself about, what is your goal? Why do you want to do it? It has to be very, very clear, and you have to have a why. Okay, you have to have a why, because there's going to be ups and downs in your business. You can have a great time. Then sometimes you can have times where you're like, oh, it's hard for me to, do this or do that. So you have to really have a strong foundation as to why you're doing this. Okay, and be honest with yourself about how serious are you about doing it. That's really important. Let's see who else is here. I don't see any questions. I guess everyone knows what to do. All right, so I see a comment from Desiree. She said, I was just thinking about the fact that celebrities need this service so bad. They all hire these companies that are messing up their profiles. Yeah, so with celebrities, Desiree, it's not easy to get on with a celebrity unless you have connections. So, I mean, that is good, but they have people that they hire, and those people have a lot of experience. So if you're just starting out, you want to try to work with more clients that are more accessible, like small businesses in the beginning. Patel said, how do you learn about each platform in detail? So I have a membership site called the Get Paid Network that teaches you about every platform in detail. So if you're interested in joining, you can join that. Jessica said, which is the best planner schedule app? So Jessica, when it comes to using schedule tools for social media, it's not like there's just one app that's the best. There's a lot of different apps, and each of them do different things. So there may be some apps that you like a lot, but maybe they don't have certain features that you need for your clients. So in my opinion, when you're looking for, if you're going to do this as a professional business, you want to find an app that, number one, allows you to print out reports through the app. So at the end of the month, you want to give your clients a social media report. And you got to find an app that does that. If you don't have an app that gives you a report, it's going to require that you create a report manually, and that's going to make more time for you. So I like to choose an app that allows me to create reports. And right now, the app that I know that does that is Hootsuite. And also Hootsuite allows me to add multiple users. So I have an agency and I have people who work for me. So I can just assign out work to my team members, and they log in through my account, and they don't have to see the client's password information. So that's why it really depends upon you and what you really want. All right, so I see a question from Lynn. She said, I prefer to do blog writing. I think I need to be more educated on some of the social media sites. Okay. I actually have a membership site called the Get Paid Network that teaches you in detail how to use each platform. Right now, we have an Instagram challenge going on where I'm actually showing all the members how to grow their Instagram account by actually doing it. So what's different about my membership site is that instead of you just taking courses, if you join my membership site, it's not just like you take a course and you got to figure it out. I actually make you do homework. You have to do exercises, because if you have never done social media, right, you have to do it. You have to do it in order to feel comfortable with it. You can't just take a course and then you know it. You don't really know anything until you do it. So we're actually doing a challenge this month where I'm having all the members do specific exercises to grow their Instagram account and grow their followers. And I actually teach you inside the Get Paid Network how to grow your following. All right, so and my advice also is, like, if you just want to start doing it, really just start growing your own accounts. So if you have an Instagram account, grow that. Work on, sharing content every week. If you have Facebook, grow that. If you have Twitter, start tweeting more often, okay? So create your own content and promote your website for your business. And that's how you can really learn how to be a social media manager. If you want to know how to blog, then start a blog, start blog writing. That's really the best way to learn it, is to actually do it. So that's the best way. All right, so Shari said, what's your why? So Shari, I don't know if that's a question to me, but if it's a question, I want to tell you why. My why is, the reason why I have a business is because I enjoy working for myself. It allows me to be more creative. I think I could do a better job as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, than working for someone else. Also, I get to be flexible, spend time with my family. My parents are getting older. I want to be able to take care of them. And if I'm in a 9-to-5 job and I got to take off work to go take my mom to the doctor, guess what? I got to ask permission. If I work for myself, I can do those things on my own. I don't have to ask for a vacation or days off, right? So that's why I have my own business, and that's why I worked really hard to be able to quit my job and have enough money to live and do this full time. And so that's why it's really important that you know, what is your why? Like, why do you want to do this? And then you have to be really committed and focused. Like, if you're trying to build up, if you're trying to, like, you're working full time and then you're working on your business part time or you're getting clients and stuff like that, you got to cut out a lot of distractions so that you can focus on just building your clients, building your portfolio, right? That's really, really, really important. And so you have to tell yourself, look, I'm going to have to spend the next 6 months working on my business, and I may not have time to hang out with my friends all the time or to, do other things because I need to focus. And then once you're able to quit your job, you'll have more time to you know, that you can go back into hanging out and doing other things. Because see, the thing is, when you work 40 hours a week, right, you only have a little bit of time when you get home until you have to go to bed. And you only have a certain amount of, you know, you only have Saturday and Sunday. Most people have 2 days off, right, if you're working 40 hours a week. So you really have to be like, okay, I'm going to start my business. I'm going to start my social media business. And for the next 6 months, I'm just going to go hard on it. And all my free time, I'm going to be networking like crazy, being on platforms, putting out proposals. There's a lot of freelancer platforms you can start out with. I'm going to be networking on, you know, LinkedIn, social, Facebook. There's a lot of Facebook groups you can network in. Or you can do in-person networking where you go to like a networking event and you just, you know, get business cards. You can make your own business cards and you can pass them out. I always like to get someone their business card, because if I give them my business card, they may not contact me. But if I get their business card, I got their email now. And so I'll email them a follow-up and say, hey, it was great meeting you yesterday. I'd love to have, you know, chat with you about what you're doing in your business for social media. I have some ideas on how you can grow it. And then I get them on a phone call. And from the call, that's where I pitch myself. Now, that's a whole other science that I teach that in my membership site, how to pitch yourself, how to sell yourself, how to position your packages so you can get paid a certain amount of money every single month, and how to grow your client base. Okay, so I do talk about that in more detail, but I'll give you a tip right now. You definitely want to have free consultation calls with potential small businesses so you can pitch your services. So Lynn says she works 60 hours a week. That's a lot. That's a lot. So, you know, it's hard sometimes, but you never know. You never know. You can always start small and start, you know, do something 5-10 minutes a day to work towards your business. Okay, so yeah, I was just talking about so yes, you want to definitely get them on the phone and start pitching your services on the phone. Okay, give out advice, be helpful. Definitely, you always want to give. Don't just be like a taker. You know, give advice, be helpful. They may not work with you, or they may work with you. Okay, they may or may not work with you, but if you talk to a lot of people, right, somebody's gonna say yes. Somebody's gonna say yes to you. So that's important. Okay, so Desiree said, our website designer had a hard time figuring out what type of content to post on my Instagram. I want to eventually offer SSM as a service, but how do you figure out what content to post? Yeah, so if you're doing website design, when you design a website, when you're finished doing that, a lot of times those clients may need help with social media. So you can easily sell them a social media package after you finish the website design. As far as what to post, so if you're posting for yourself and you are you have your own Instagram account for your business, you want to post, for Instagram, I just post motivational quotes, okay? I post like business motivation, things that, because for Instagram, it's like a feel-good feeling. The other thing is that for Instagram, I don't use Instagram to find my clients. I find my clients through other channels. Instagram is where I just build a relationship with my customers and my clients. So it's kind of like just to keep my face always in their feed, so they can constantly remember me. But because a lot of the people who follow me on Instagram, they're on my newsletter, and they are following me in other places. Okay, so for Instagram, I don't use it. Now, some people have gotten success, but I find that if you're going to be going to B2B, just post business motivation, a lot of business motivation. And then if you have a special program, like you can share a free lead magnet, like a free ebook, a free guide to help them with something that a small business owner would want. And you can put a link in your bio for them to go download your freebie. And that's how you build your email list. And when you have an email list, you can get a steady stream of clients that way. All right, so Lynn asked about, what about cold emails? Yeah, you can definitely find businesses and just send them a cold email pitch and say, hey, I noticed that, you don't have many followers on Twitter. Would you, my company we help businesses grow their Twitter following and post content and get clients and customers through Twitter. Let me know if you'd like to have a free consultation. We have very affordable packages. Let me just say something like that. But you can definitely do cold emails. Now with cold emails, you have to send hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cold emails to get a response, because most people are not going to respond to a cold email to someone they don't even know at all. They will not respond, well, the majority. So you have to send like 100 just to maybe get 1 or 2 people to respond back to you, okay? So you could go that route, but it's better to build a relationship with a small business owner, right? Just build that know, like, and trust, and then eventually pitch them your services. And that's mainly how I get my clients, by talking to them. I'm part of a co-working space. I'm actually in it right now. And there's a lot of other entrepreneurs in my co-working space. They also have events almost every month for networking. And I try to participate as much as I can. So networking events and referrals and being like face-to-face also really helps as well. All right, do y'all have any questions? If not, then I hope you enjoyed this. And if you're interested, I have my membership site, GPN. If you want to join, you can get the first month for $7. So try it out. I'll go ahead and put that link in here. All right, so have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.